It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got Bobby Okereke, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Giants and the Cowboys, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't. This pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Well, someone came to play today.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Catch made by Slayton. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes it back.
There he goes, right side. Saquon Barkley, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie cornerback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Cowboys had 1-7 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful. I expect them to do just that.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Cowboys. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he will have a Giants first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot. And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Ready,
2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Being chased out left. Man open, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here's Jackson to return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right. Those
guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Jones to throw on 2nd down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away different people on it.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off play action. Richardson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The New York set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jones now, they're bringing a blitz. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. The defense, they're blitzing here. Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Go, Reed, go. Ready?
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 56 yards on the ground for him so far. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Track 60.
Lamb will go in motion. Richardson off the play fake. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. Crossing right, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a give here to Pollard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Ready?
2nd down. Here's Richardson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Jones. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
Ready? Go, check. Go, check.
They'll run with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Check, man. Check, man.
Pollard one more time. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Anthony Richardson, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Taylor Heineke, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati, Ohio, to check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game, we skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Hurry! Panther Street!
Second half begins with a run by Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Two yards to go, second down.
Bird! Right there!
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A give to Pollard running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 38. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
60 Bison.
Richardson on 3rd and short. Steps away to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll run left with Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Escaping the pressure right.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Richardson to throw.
Buying time to his left.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Pollard is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown.
Anthony Richardson.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now the try here for the extra point.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one.
Touchdown! Michael Gallup, 36 yards.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot.
There goes Sterling Shepard.
Sterling Shepard.
Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 75 yards.
And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Jones throwing for it.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Go, Champ! Go, Champ! Ready?
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check smash! Check smash!
Here's Pollard. And running with power here.
124 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st down, Richardson.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are right back in this football game.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
A throw over the middle, taken in. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 7. Why shift to crew? Why shift to crew?
Now Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Jones now from the gun on third down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Now the return will stop right around the 25. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Flush to his right. He finds his man, Pollard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Complete to Tony Pollard. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Richardson rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it, because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. And now out come the Giants. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Richardson to throw off play action. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So,
and he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Blitz forthcoming as they look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
No signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Anthony Richardson punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. But defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gano for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Come on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Rig alert, rig alert. Stop below 18.
Now Richardson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go play action with Richardson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, 52 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from going up by 30. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Cowboys, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.